Hi, Scott here, aka Wildcard, back with some advanced foam detailing techniques for your cosplay projects. In this video, we're going to be talking about specifically these fine, detailed, smooth, deep lines that I put into my Mass Effect N7 armor. Some people have had some questions about how I get these nice, straight, depth lines in my armor. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how I did just that. For this project, you're going to need some foam, some scrap wood or Sintra, some different screws, a drill, a Sharpie, a cutting instrument of your choosing, your Dremel with a router base, some router bits. I got these off of Amazon. They come in various different sizes and lengths, and they all fit the Dremel, so they're 1/8" bits. A tape measure, a piece of wood with a nice straight edge on it, and as always, your safety equipment. All right, let's get started. Here's a close-up of some of the details I've gotten in the armor using this technique. I'm going to show you how I did this right now. We'll start with taking our piece of foam and we'll add on our pattern to it. You either trace your pattern or you can use a straight edge and draw on the straight lines. For this demonstration, I've drawn straight lines onto the foam with the Sharpie to demonstrate how we're going to do straight lines. Next, we've taken our router and we've attached the router base. I've chosen a bit from the pack of bits that I got off of Amazon. I chucked the bit and I selected the depth, the proper depth that I wanted for the cut. So you can see it's about 1/8 of an inch deep. Next, we measure the distance from the outside of the bit to the straight, flat part of the router base. So you can see here, it's exactly 2 inches. Next, we're going to take our foam here on our wood shop table. We're going to take our scrap pieces of Sintra and we're going to screw them down to the table. We're going to do this on both sides to make sure we have our foam is nice and secure to the table. And we're going to go ahead and kind of pinch the foam in just a little bit. There. Now our foam is nice and secure on the table. It's not going to move when we run the router over it. Next, we're going to take a spacer. Now, remember that we measured from the outside of our bit to the flat edge of our router base. Now, this was exactly 2 inches for me. Now, luckily, I have a metal ruler that is exactly 2 inches wide. So I'm going to set my ruler to the outside of the line that I want to cut. So that's going to be the outside edge of my router bit. Then I take this wood, scrap wood that I got with a nice clean side to it, and set it right next to my straight edge, just like that. I've got a couple scrap pieces of foam that I failed to mention earlier in the video. I'm going to put underneath the wood. It is the exact same thickness as the foam that I'm going to route. Now that I've got it lined up exactly where I want it, I'm going to take some longer screws that will go through the wood the foam and into my shop table. Double checking that my line is still straight. As you can see, I'm getting a little shift here. There we go. All right, nice and straight. We take our spacer off, and now we're ready to route. And we're going to take the router, we're going to place it flush against the guide that we just screwed into place. We're going to put on our safety equipment. We're going to route the foam. As you can see, we got a really nice, really straight, clean line. Then you just take the template off, or the template, excuse me. We just slide the foam out. And there you go. Get a nice line. You can go ahead and take a brush, kind of clean that out a little bit. If you've got an air compressor, you can go ahead and blow that extra foam out. And you're good to go. You put some heat on it if you want. If you want to, you can go ahead and readjust the foam, put it in another angle, put a piece in there, screw down another guide, and you're ready to route again. Pretty simple. Well, there you go. That's how I make these straight, smooth depth lines in my cosplay foam armor. As always, feel free to subscribe to this channel, comment in the comments section. If you have a better way of doing it, feel free to let me know. I'm always open to learning new things. If you want to follow my cosplay builds, feel free to follow me on Instagram @wildcard. And hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you learned something. Thanks a lot.